We're starting a new chapter now, and it's all about how you navigate your drawings, your DWG files in AutoCAD. Now, in this particular video, we're going to be taking a look at how we zoom and pan in our AutoCAD drawings. The drawing we've got for you is 00 ground floor plan.dwg. You can see the name of the file in the title bar up there at the top of the screen. 00 for ground in the UK. Obviously, that would be 01 in the USA, for example. But it's 00 ground floor plan.dwg. You know the drill by now. Download it from the library to follow along with the videos. Now, when you open up the drawing, it's the usual drill again, as per previous chapters. Make sure you are in the model tab. So check bottom left of your AutoCAD screen. Make sure that the model tab is current. Now, we're looking at a simple ground floor plan, obviously. Now, obviously, we want to be able to zoom and pan to navigate around the drawing because it's quite a big drawing. Look at the distances you've got on the dimension annotation. We're looking at approximately 10 meters, 10,000 millimeters between each grid line. So we're looking at a lot of information there. So this drawing is in metric millimeters, hence the dimension annotation, and we want to zoom and pan around it. Now, the good thing is your mouse is configured to allow you to zoom and pan anyway. So if you take the crosshair anywhere you want to get to in a drawing, let's say I want to look at this little conference room roughly central there in the floor plan. If I hover the crosshair over the middle of the table and roll up on the wheel of the mouse, can you see I'm zooming in like so? If I roll back on the wheel of the mouse, I'm zooming out. Now that's really cool. Each little increment of the mouse wheel as well. Can you see? I've got a mouse wheel that clicks with increments. So each increment zooms me in an increment to the drawing as well, which is really quite useful. Now, obviously, that allows me to zoom in and zoom out. But sometimes, if I keep zooming in, I might get to a point where I can't really see the detail of the drawing anymore. Now, if that does happen, just simply double click on the wheel of your mouse as if it was a mouse button. So it's a double click, and that will automatically zoom to the extents of the visible objects in your AutoCAD drawing, whatever space you're in, whether that be the model tab or a layout tab. It's a very useful tool. So that's how you can zoom, but then you can combine zoom with pan. So if I zoom in a bit again, let's zoom in on that table again like I did before, and then hold down the mouse wheel, you'll see this little hand appear. And as I move around, can you see I'm moving the mouse and holding down the mouse wheel, and it's allowing me to pan around the drawing as well. Really useful for detail in your drawing. So I might want to zoom in and detail a chair like that. Can you see? I'm really close in now. Hold down the mouse wheel and I can pan like so. It's incredibly useful. And then when I want to get to the extents, double click on the mouse wheel, takes me to the extents of the visible drawn objects again. So that's just literally using the wheel on your mouse. So that's one way of getting around your drawing. Now, zooming and panning can also be done over here on what is known as the navigation bar. There's pan there. Now, you can use the navigation bar. There's pan. There's also all the zoom tools there as well. If I click on that down fly out there, can you see zoom extents, etc. So I'll get into those in a moment, but I can also just right click and you'll notice I've got pan and zoom there as well. So if I click on pan on the shortcut menu, when I right click, I get this little hand. Now the hand looks like it's outstretched this time. If I left click and hold, can you see it's holding onto the drawing and allowing me to pan around. Release the mouse button, it releases the drawing, but I'm still in pan mode. If I right click now, I can go to zoom, like so. I get a magnifying glass. Hold down the left hand mouse button and move up, you zoom in. See the plus symbol? Hold down the left hand mouse button and move down, you zoom out. See the little minus symbol there next to the magnifying glass? So you're zooming up and down, in and out. And you'll notice it's not in increments this time, like it is on the mouse wheel. To get out of that pan and zoom, it's a right click and exit on the shortcut menu. So that's how you would do it on the shortcut menu. I mentioned the navigation bar. Notice if I click on pan there, it takes me into the same mode that we've just used. So if I right click now, I can exit to get out of pan. Last but not least, I've got all my zoom tools here. Click on the fly out there on the navigation bar. Zoom extents, zoom window, zoom previous. I'm going to leave it up to you to investigate how all of those work. Utilize your AutoCAD help if you need to as well, if you get stuck. One of them I will show you that I love is zoom window. If I click on zoom window, it prompts me now for a corner. So if I click, say, there, drag my window to, say, there, and click again, zooms me to the extents of that window. Incredibly useful if I need to zoom in and zoom out quickly. Zoom window is very useful. Again, it's a double click on the mouse wheel to zoom extents again. So that's utilizing zoom and pan in your AutoCAD drawings.